Hello, let's talk about using Zoom for music. There are many features about Zoom that are useful for making music, but it has some significant problems as well. The beauty is, of course, that we can see each other, we can see what each other are doing through video, and this is useful for teaching. But the big problems come with audio. There are two issues that we must look at. One is about audio settings and the other is about timing. Zoom has a significant latency so that we can't agree, one person at one end, one person at the other again, on the timing. We can't agree on when now is. You can try this for yourself on a Zoom meeting. If one of you uses a metronome and get the other person to clap along with the metronome running on your side, you'll find that they too are significantly out of time with each other. That's a really big problem if you're trying to make music together. We have run in the Moonlight Mandolin Orchestra rehearsals where we have a single source of truth and we play along each in our own individual parts, but with the audio muted. So we get the experience of playing with other people or playing along to the music. We can see the other people there. There's a sense of togetherness. But in a sense, we are making music together alone. That said, there are times when we want to play music to other people when we're comparing notes about things. This might be in a sectional rehearsal or a teaching situation. And we need to adapt Zoom's audio settings to suit that. Zoom's designed for speech. It's designed for meetings and it's designed to favour the sound of the spoken voice over everything else. And it tries to filter out other sounds so that we can have meetings where we can clearly speak and be understood. And in those situations, the primary use case of Zoom, these are good things. But for making music, they don't work so well. So let's take a look at the settings we have in Zoom and adapt them for making music. So I have the Zoom desktop client here. This is running on a MacBook Pro. The settings you actually see may vary according to the version of Zoom that you have and the kind of Zoom account you have. I have the basic Pro account, which I think costs £14 a month, or $14.95 or something a month. So over in the settings on the top right hand side beneath my account and photo there, I click on that and we want to go to audio settings. And there's a few things here we can look at. You might be interested in making sure that you have your speaker and microphone set how you want. The first thing we want to do here is turn off automatically adjust microphone volume. Zoom sometimes, if someone's playing music, you will hear the first few bars and that will mute the volume because it will discern that this isn't speech and it will turn it down to try to filter it out. So we want to turn that adjustment off. If you have a stereo microphone, you might want to enable stereo. It will increase, it gives a warning that will increase the CPU usage. Enable it at your risk if you have the bandwidth and have the CPU. I'm going to enable it. I'm using a stereo microphone now. Then we need to go into the advanced settings. Actually, before I do that, this setting here, press and hold space key to temporarily unmute yourself, is very useful in meetings and in musical situations too. So if you just want to temporarily say a couple of words, then you can press the space bar, say them and let it go, and then you're muted again. Okay, back to the advanced settings here. Zoom does a lot of processing to try to optimize for speech and filter other sounds out. We want to be able to turn that off. So we want to enable this show in meeting option to enable original sound from microphone. That's going to turn off some of the processing and hopefully give you a better audio quality. The other thing we want to do is remove the suppression of background noise. So I'll take this from auto to disable, and intermittent background noise, I'll also take that off as well. Echo cancellation we'll leave alone. So that's the settings for audio. How do we actually use them in a meeting? Let me start one. You see my lovely picture there. In the top left-hand side, you see the option to turn off original sound, and you also have the option to turn on original sound. So that gives you those options. If you need to access your audio options during the meeting, you can come down here next to the mute or unmute button, and this little arrow, if you press that, you can select your inputs and outputs and return to your audio settings if you need to change anything. Good. So I hope that helps you make music with Zoom. It presents a lot of opportunities, but it does have some really serious limitations. So whatever you're planning to use it for, I wish you good luck. Thank you.